Hey everybody, it's Steve, and I am home, and it's awesome to be home. It's been a wonderful week or two under my belt. I got to go back east and participate with friends at the Way Forth Collective, who's a team of folks who help people with project management. And check them out. And I also got to meet up with a client slash friend named Chaz in Harlem, although we met in Brooklyn. We got to have breakfast. It's wonderful to be with people in person who I usually only get to meet over Zoom. So it was wonderful to be doing a little bit of wonderful business together. In between all that, Bonnie flew in and we got to join Nate and Meredith and her family for a wonderful time in upstate New York. And it's a beautiful area of the country, and really grateful for that time. All the while, I was aware of and learning more about my physical health. As I've shared with you here, I have stage 2 prostate cancer, which I know is treatable and slow growing. Only in my case, I have a very aggressive grade of cancer, and it really wants to spread, my doctors are telling me. And so I'm scheduled for a surgery on November the 10th. I'm also on the wait list to move that up. And so I share this with you because if you're one of my friends or clients and we have plans, I'm very day to day, but I'm moving forward with my schedule and, doing the best I can with every day. So please schedule with me if you're one of my clients, schedule. And thanks for understanding if there needs to be some sort of a change in plans. Now I want to talk with you about your situation. It could be your health. It could be your relationships, your friends and family. It could be your financial situation. Any number of categories of life are going to come with challenges, and it's almost always something. It's rare that we can get all of our ducks in a row and everything is the way it should be and that it's just going to stay that way. Not on this earth. But the trick, I think, of it all is to somehow find a way to savor the moments even when everything isn't perfect. To be grateful for what is good when some things aren't. And even to be grateful for the fact that someone has his eye on us, even when he allows us to be tested. I think back to C.S. Lewis, whose wife had cancer and she would eventually die from it. Joy was her name. And he wrote to a friend, "We're not necessarily doubting that God will do what's best for us. We are wondering how painful what's best might be." And that, my friends, is about as good as it gets. God himself is good. He's wise, he's all powerful, and in his infinite wisdom will put us through a fiery furnace of refinement, of testing, of challenge, of loss, of grief, sometimes. And I'll say this, there's often not a lot you and I can do to avoid that. We try, we run, but as I mentioned, I was back east, and those leaves that they talk about, that turn, I'd never quite seen that before in person. And we drove through these gorgeous hills and valleys in New Jersey, where Mary's parents live, and through upstate New York, and just stunning. That's a beautiful season. Following all of this will be the winter season, and it will have its own beauty, but it will also be cold and dark. And following that will be spring, and it will be beautiful. And summer will come, and seasons come, and seasons change. And one, I think, really important reality is we're not responsible for them arriving, for how long they stay, or for them moving on. The seasons will come in their own time. And it can be a season of joy, it can be a season of prosperity and whatnot. It can also be a season of grief and hardship. And how long it takes to feel better or to emerge from that is anybody's guess. And I think we spend a lot of our energy fighting the seasons, trying to ward off every potential painful season. And I'm no glutton for punishment. I'm not looking for it. But I have learned that the best thing for me to do is to accept it, to prepare for it and accept it and persevere through it, the hard parts, and savor the good parts, because there almost always are some beautiful moments in our seasons, even the painful ones. And so I wonder what you're up against. I wonder what you're anticipating. I wonder what you're coming through and what you're hoping will wrap up. I'm wondering where the joy is for you. Who are the angels God has sent? Where has the kindness of others come? Where are you proud of yourself for how you have persevered, how you've scratched and clawed your way through to survive and hopefully thrive? I just wonder where the joy is. It's the holiday season upon us. Thanksgiving's around the corner. I had to cancel my trip home to Whittier for Thanksgiving this year. I'm sad. But it's still a season for Thanksgiving, and I'd like to encourage you to find and dust off or buy a new journal, a gratitude journal, maybe, and start to see the hand of God and His goodness, the kindness of others in the midst of your uncertainty and harsh realities of the season you're in. So that's my thought for you, and I wonder what this makes you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to hear any good news you might have to share. That's what I've got. Take care, and we will see you on the flippity flip. Bye-bye now.